Well, since we're in a new quarter, let's talk about what intentions you have settled on for the next 90 days. What are your intentions? What is it that you have not been doing that you would like to incorporate into your daily? For me, I'm gonna say that because it's that time of the busiest time of my season, my year, because I'm a tax professional all year long, so I just don't do it during this time of the year. It's a year round thing for me. I love my craft. I know my craft and all of that, and how I have incorporated what I am learning in Quantum Kingdom uh, through I Am God frequency. I have learned how to really navigate um, what I'm doing. Just navigating what you have learned. We know that where the operating system that we're in, but irregardless to that, if you are doing your inner work, using the tools and things that you have been given, then you should be able to roll through what is going on around you, and roll through it with ease. And I'm going to tell you, it takes a lot. It takes consistency doing your inner work. It's consistency in improving and growing what you are learning and what you know. Um, and we have to invest in ourselves. If we want to do better, if we want better, we've got to do better. And just like, and I think I've said this before, just like we as females, as women, we invest in our physical appearance, then we need to consider investing in our inner appearance, because it's going to help us be more present in our own situations, and learn how to block out the things that don't serve you.
Right.
And it's a practice, and it is a discipline. It is a daily, and it's just like I think Lisa said it maybe in her live, that like, I can be sitting somewhere, but all of a sudden I'm not with y'all. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
here. I'm not with you.
Right.
And it's a practice.
Right.
It's a practice. And some of us think that we can't change it. We can't get out of it. And not and if we're using the tools that we've been given, especially in Quantum Kingdom, and we start using them, well, this ain't working. It's not because you want instant gratification. You want instant gratification for something that you haven't been practicing. It's the same thing as we talk about this getting up. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you do without even thinking about it? What's the next thing you do without even thinking about it? It has to be that natural to you. These
Mm-hmm.
practices, these practices that we are given and we're told. I had a coaching session with one of my uh, team members in my business, and I was just speaking along the lines of, what we do is fast paced and prioritizing what you know, how you utilize your time. Because now, aside from what you do, what your job is, or what you do every day for work, now you've incorporated tax clients into it. So you got to prioritize your time. So she ended up showing me her schedule. I said, okay, good. That's a good schedule. Now let me show you mine. And my schedule, you know, is I have my meditation times in there, my prayer time, meditation. I have my workout time in there. And then I even have, she said, well, what is this right here? This sitting. And I've talked about this, where I have a time in there where I just sit and don't think about nothing and don't do nothing.
Right.
I don't have anything playing, no distractions. I don't have my phone. I'm not looking at social media. I'm just sitting. I'm sitting on the couch, just letting thoughts roll through, so that I can, hear and cipher.
Right. Right.
Because we get a whole bunch of stuff coming through our minds, and all of that, and some of it, most of it, is not, it's not useful. That's how we get into,
Mm-hmm.
having crappy mornings, because we get up and we still got crap from yesterday, and we get up with it, and instead of clearing it out of our minds so that we can have a productive uh day to day,
Mm-hmm.
we still on what we was on yesterday. We still on what we was on when we went to bed last night.
Right.
That type of thing. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing to do the same thing um, before you go to bed. Sit down, be still, be quiet, turn everything off. You
Right.
know, turn everything off and just sit for a moment, clear your mind, clear all of that stuff out. So when you get up, you don't really have much to empty. And then you
Mm-hmm.
can even remember what you dreamed about, where you went in Astros, whatever the case may be. You can remember some of that stuff clearly.
Right.
But we when we step outside the door of our house, we're gonna encounter, because a lot of us, most of us, have to go out into the world. That going out
Mm-hmm.
into the world is a must. But you can navigate that. You control that. You are in control. And
Right.
you in control. And a lot of people don't act like y'all in control of the day.
Right.
There's a
Hey,
ladybug inside
family.
the
I
house.
am over here
Hey.
on SpellBreakers. I'm asking that you
Okay.
guys go follow SpellBreakers. I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to go live over there. So go. I'm head over to SpellBreakers. That's what I came over here to tell you guys.
Oh, oh, yeah, she's on her other account. Yeah, y'all run them on over here. And if y'all, yeah, so if I
I did
haven't
that
learned
all
anything,
wrong. Yeah, I'm sorry. I did that all wrong. I was supposed to join this live.
yeah, you got to join this live.
Yeah, I
So
did that
how?
so wrong. All right, I'm on
Yeah,
my
cause
way. That was
yeah,
funny.
so
I'm
they'll
like,
they'll
wait a
follow
minute.
you. They'll follow you over here,
Yeah, I was
and you
sitting
got
there
to
like,
put
wait a
yourself up on the
minute.
panel.
Yeah, I
Put
was like,
yourself
that
up
ain't
on this
right.
panel.
Here I come.
And divine frequency, that's exactly, when I had to relocate for the reasons that I had to relocate. And where I am right now, the neighborhood, there's not like where I could just literally sit in the middle of the street, for hours, and there's no cars and nothing coming. But I'm isolated, but I'm not isolated. And what it has brought me so much clarity. It has brought me so much peace. It has brought me a lot of things. Um, and what we're over here for, talking about this, breaking the spells. There you go.
There I go.
Breaking, yeah, that's how you do that. Breaking the spells. And I've had the opportunity to be able to have that done with where we are with the thing, than here where we are. And
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you, my life, my life has. As I'm saying that, the sun is just coming across. Is that okay? Confirmation, because it was cloudy. Um, but it has changed a lot for me. Um, the frequency, because the technology of it contains the frequencies, and I also have the frequencies that that quantum kingdom that's over in quantum kingdom, um y'all. And I'm telling you, when they were turned on for me last week, I immediately felt a whole lift off of my whole
Right.
being. I mean, I literally felt lifted.
Mhm.
Immediately felt the difference. And once that happened, and with the technology of this spellbreaker technology, that has since I've had that done, I have felt the different things have been happening. Positive things have been happening in my life. Uh, of course, around what we're doing in Quantum Kingdom and what I'm doing personally with my business. I have been discovering tools, I have been really operating in my creative. Um, because before the technology and before the frequencies were activated, I felt stuck. I didn't feel creative. I didn't. I just. It was just. I don't know what's happening, what's going on, and Lisa called me one day as she does, and began to read me my rights. And you got some stuff going on over there. What's going on over there? What you got going on over there? And she started telling me what I had going over, and I hadn't told her nothing. I'm like,
Right.
okay, so here we go. So she gave me some instructions of what I needed to do in preparation for the technology, to um, activate me and clear me out. So, and I did exactly what she was instructed to clear me out, and bam, boom. I have an expectation of having an amazing year, not just a season, because I'm in a
Right.
season, but I'm expecting to have a an incredible year. Period, on all fronts. Quantum Fest, Quantum Kingdom, my business. I have another event that I do. I really want to grow my presence in the event space.
Mhm.
Doing big events, and that is happening. I'm doing big events, um, and I see it. I see it clearly, and I'm excited about it. Now, I don't want to sugarcoat nothing for y'all, because everybody's lifestyle and what everybody does and how everybody run their life is different. But you know what you're doing, because I don't live with you. Lisa don't live with you, but you know what you're doing. And you know what you need to change. Some of us out here, some of y'all out here holding on to stuff y'all need to let go of. That's why you
Mhm.
cannot, that's why you can't see the change, feel the change, experience the change, witness the change that you're looking for.
Right.
I have a saying, and I have it on everything. I thought about changing it, but I'm not going. I said, no, that still tracks. Change is not change until it's changed.
Yep.
So you can talk about changing it, but if you don't change it, it's not gonna
Mhm.
change. Ain't nothing gonna change. You
Right.
got to do it. It's not up to me. It's not up to anybody else. We go out here in the world, and I have, and I can't speak for anybody else, but I'm gonna talk about me. I've paid for some of these MLM, these gurus, listening and talking and expecting them to, they selling me a dream and expecting them to tell me step by step what to do. And then when they don't tell me step by step what to do, what happened? I get disappointed. I get disappointed.
Right.
But It ain't up to them. It's up to me. And when I came across I am God frequency, I learned about how to go within.
That's
That's
where
where
And
all
all
when
the
the
I
power
power is.
learned
is.
and when I learned that that learned how to really go within and incorporate that into my daily lifestyle. Now, do I do it every day? Hell no. No, because I'm just gonna be real and tell you right now, hell no, I don't do it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a consistency, you know. If I don't, if I might go a couple of days, then there are things that are happening, and when source is dealing with you, and there's a shift going on, I have gone a couple of months and not do it. And I'm just gonna be honest and real. So don't feel like you gotta be, you know, you know, ain't none of us up here up on this panel, at least ain't with that perfection stuff. We have
Mm-mm.
those moments in time where we don't do nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we
do.
do.
You know, you don't feel like it. You know, and it ain't about your feelings, but we are in this. We are having a human experience as well. But at the same time, we have to practice what we preach.
Let me see
We
what
have
they
to
tell me.
practice what we teach and what we share with you all. And one thing I'm about when sharing things is it's about being real. I don't think we ain't don't be up on here on a pedestal like we don't go through nothing and we don't have things to happen because we do. But we've learned tools from our mentors and the people that we've come across to help shape and change us and get us into this space where we are so we can share with you all because that's why you all are here.
Right, right.
Invest and my thing is go within and invest in yourself.
Yep.
Invest in yourself. Spend that money. And I'm gonna say it like that. You take it however you want to. I do. I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands on somebody to mentor me,
Me too.
and it helped me.
I
It
have
did. It
too.
might sound crazy. I've spent thousands of dollars for that because I love me.
Right.
I want me to grow. Cause if I don't love me and I don't want me to grow, who else gonna do it? Cause nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Mm-hmm. And
Nobody
I want to
cares.
say this. I want to piggyback off of what you said on the days. Like sometimes we get so overwhelmed till we just don't do nothing. We don't feel like
Mm-hmm.
meditating. We don't want to meditate. We not feeling spiritual. I don't wake up feeling. Although I know I'm a spiritual being, I came here to
Mm-hmm.
do what Source have me to do. All every day I wake up, I'm not in a superhero mode to where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go save the collective today. That's not how my life is set up. Everything I do for the collective, it is intentional because I'm in this human body. I'm in this flesh, I have to take care of the flesh. My body calls me first. When the rising come, my body call me first, right? My body be
Mm-hmm.
like, girl, I want to eat. Girl, I want to lay here. Girl, I don't want to talk to none of these people today that need your help. Like, I go through all those emotions before my feet hit the floor. And I'm like, I have to suck it up every day to be, to be I am God frequency. So when I want to be Lisa, Lisa wakes up. She don't wake up as I am God frequency. She don't wake up like that. I have to go through that process of tapping in, going through Lisa true authentic self, to show up to be I am God frequency. But I don't wake up as her. I have to set the intentions of being I am God frequency. That's why I jump in and out so much. So when I'm going through that moment where I just want to be like everyone else, if I'm having a messed up day and I don't want to meditate, guess what's happening behind the scenes? My frequencies are running. They
Mm-hmm.
never turn off. And this
Mm-hmm.
is why I always talk to the collective about um this is why I always talk to the collective about investing in frequencies. I cannot stress it
Yes.
enough. And I'm like, and I know you guys get tired of hearing me talk about those frequencies and putting yourself on a subscription, a monthly subscription to take care of thyself, because you are here in this realm, because you are trapped in this meat suit. There are other things in place that source have put here to help you get over those humps, to help you, become your true authentic self. So when I don't have the time to meditate, my frequencies are running on meditation 24/7. And these
Mm-hmm.
are like some of the things I'm constantly talking to the collective about, saying, hey, there's help out here, but you're not tapping in. You're not setting something aside for you, because if you're not taking care of yourself, I don't care how many degrees you have, I don't care who you are in the secular world, there are going to be times where you fold. But it's what you have running in the background that's going to really help you. This is another reason why we created Spellbreakers, because I'm like, hey, the collective need help out here. You know, the collective needs some help. The collective need to know about all these other devices that are out here to help them push through. Frequencies is one. Just like when I was going through, I was doing that, setting some other people up on their monthly subscriptions. And I always tell them, if you can't afford to get the highest plan, get the lowest plan. Get off of some of apps those app subscriptions that's not doing anything for you, and invest in yourself. Invest in your monthly subscription, the
Yeah.
lowest one. And the grace that I've been given to provide this just to my collective, to those people that follow me, because this stuff is 50% off. But let me tell you, there are people out there paying thousands of dollars for something that you are
Mm.
getting for like $125. I can show you receipts, and these people are doing very well because they know the
Mm-hmm.
value of investing in themselves. They know, and they know that these frequencies are real. These what Like when you go into these go to these big company parties and you feel amazing, just know that they're pumping oxygen and frequencies in there on you. That's what they're
Mm-hmm.
pumping. The same thing that I provide is exactly what they're pumping through the air to keep you live, to keep you upbeat. And the moment you leave, you crash and burn. It's because you were right in the midst of frequencies. So I cannot stress that enough. When nothing else is working, when
Mm-hmm.
nothing else is working, get on the frequency subscription. And it's not the ones that I'm giving away for free. I keep telling you guys that I have talked to many of you, and you guys are always experiencing the crash and burn. And you're telling me this, and I'm like, well, you need to get on the frequencies. And the first thing you say is, yeah, I'm on, I have the one that you put up for us for free. This is not the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Absolutely not. And I, to be honest with you, I do not supposed to be doing that, but I'm doing it because of the love. But those frequencies, they're not the same. So I'm super glad that you said that, Audrey, because it's important for people to know the help that's out there. And the first thing you talked about was intentions, the
Mm-hmm.
intentions that you set. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we don't wake up being Audrey, Katrina, the superhero with taxes and all the many other things you do. Sometimes we just have to be honest with ourselves and say, I'm not doing well today.
Mhm.
I don't feel like doing consultations today. You
Right.
know, um, I need a day to myself. We have those days, and you have the right to have those days because your
Mhm.
body is calling you first. Like when Audrey told me, sometimes I just sit there and don't do nothing. I don't think about nothing. I just go within and I just be quiet. I just
Mhm.
sit there. She said I could go for hours without saying one word, and I thought that that was amazing because that takes discipline.
Yep.
It takes discipline to do something of that nature, to just to be with thyself and not
Yep.
say anything. Just be with thyself. Feel that moment. You know, get into the moment of, why do I feel like this? Because I want to. Sometimes we
Right.
just wake up on our shit. Sometimes we just wake up
Yep.
on straight bullshit. We don't want to be bothered. We don't want to take the kids to school. We don't want to deal with the husband or the wife. Sometimes, we just want to be in our true authentic self. And if your true authentic self is bullshit, then own it. It's nothing wrong with just own it. Oh, I'm on straight bullshit today. It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with you owning that that's exactly who you are in that moment, and just sit with all your bullshit. Sit with all of it and just be like, yeah, I'm
Period.
on it. I'm on one today. You're not gonna get
Period.
punished. What's gonna happen?
Who gonna do it? Who gonna whoop you?
Yeah, who gonna come for you? Nobody.
Who who gonna whoop you? You grown. I
Yeah,
can't get
you
no whooping.
grown. You grown.
I can't get no
Audrey would
whooping.
tell me all the time. She say, "Baby, if these people really knew how you was wired, and you get on here and you talk your talk," she say, "Honey, they're gonna love you even more." And I was like,
Mhm.
Well, let me find out then, because some days I don't feel like being I am God frequency, but I got 900 people in Quantum Kingdom that depends on me sucking it up. So I do have my moments where I be like, let me just be on my bullshit. If I'm on my bullshit, I'm gonna get up at 4 in the morning and just sit with myself and all my mess, and I just sit
Yep.
there until I get
Yep.
myself together. You think divine not gonna show up? Nah, this is how I was created. I was created to
Exactly.
be just like I am. It took me a while to get there and own it, but it's nothing wrong with it, family. But in the background, while I am with my bullshit, I have my frequencies that have my back. I have my spell breaker that have my back, that's behind the scenes
Yep.
running, and it's like, okay, let me
Mhm.
tap in a little bit deeper. A lot of us, as in the spiritual community, that people look at us as mentors, um, we think that we have to come on here and show face and always be on point. No, sometimes people want to see you like, oh, that okay, so they go through the same thing we going through.
Yeah,
They living life just
you
like
a
we
real
living
person.
life. Like, you a real person,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm a real
You a
person
real
behind the music, but I got a family. Y'all see how my girls be cutting up around here? My girls are always on the bullshit. All three of them, every single day.
I
They
remember them
never
days,
not
baby.
on it. Yeah, they're never
I
not
remember them
on it.
days.
So I be
I don't
like,
have those type of days no more. But even as adults, they be on it. Cause
it
I
be
be getting it.
worse.
I Yeah, cause they'll call me with some stuff really, and then they say, I can't believe you said that, girl. You grown. What you want me to
Exactly.
say? I'm gonna tell you some grown woman. I'm gonna tell you some grown woman stuff to do.
Right?
Yeah, I ain't finna talk to you
Absolutely.
like you. I ain't finna talk to you like you under my roof. You ain't under my roof. You a
Right.
homegrown woman with kids and a husband. I'm finna talk to you just like one. My mama
Right.
talk to me like that. Shoot, she don't cut no corners with me. Talking to me
Right.
when she wanna tell me something about if I'm on some bull crap. Now
Right.
she gonna let me know I'm on some bull crap. She gonna tell me like a grown woman, you on some bull crap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my mama do the same thing for me. The moms is a constant reminder that you human.
Right. And you ain't you think you grown, but you ain't grown as you think you is. Cause I've been here longer than you.
Okay. Right.
Look, I've been here longer than you. So yeah, you think you grown. Let me
Right.
show you.
Yes,
Let me
indeed.
show you. So don't think that that we up here, like it's always this and that. It take a lot for Lisa to gather herself together and get up on here and do the frequencies like she said. They help. I have them coming to my phone, and I'm gonna tell you right now. This I even they say don't, but I know I got frequencies on my phone that come to my phone. So my
Hmm.
phone be in the bed. My phone be in the bed with me at night.
Yeah, you can feel it, huh?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
indeed.
My phone be in the bed with me.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
So
Six figures say grown woman shit. Talk your shit. I
I
know
know
that's
that.
right.
I listen, and I'm that sign, that Sagittarius sign. I have meetings with people, and I'm in a vein right now. I'm gonna have to start before we start a conversation, a coaching session. I'm gonna have to give them a disclaimer because where people act like people act around here sensitive now. This ain't personal. We having a session. I'm trying to help you. You called me to help you get your stuff together.
Right.
We getting our stuff together. This ain't about your feelings. You can put your feelings in your purse because we don't need them right now in this session.
Right.
About getting your business together. Now,
Hmm.
if we was having another kind of conversation, that'd be different.
Right. Exactly.
you know but if I'm about business. I'm in that business frame, and this business, that's what we finna talk about. That's what we doing. So you can't have no type of feeling. I don't live with you, so I don't know what you're doing at your house. I'm just giving you the
Hmm.
tools, the steps and tools and things that I use to help
Hmm.
me, that I have learned, that I have researched, that I have took my time to get down and do, to
Right.
help you with yours. So, and the same thing with Lisa. She don't, she study, she research, she read. That's why she know what
Hmm.
she know.
Right.
Um, that's why she know what she know. But again, like I said, today might be, hey, today might not be the day I want to fool with y'all like that.
Right.
So let me
Right.
go over here and sit down in my sit with myself and be quiet. And I'm gonna tell y'all, for those of you who have not done it. Hey, Stacy. For those of you who have not done what we're talking about, I want to challenge you. And when we get back on live again, or if you're in Quantum Kingdom and we get back in Quantum Kingdom, I want to challenge you to just take some time. I don't care if it ain't number 30 minutes, because some ain't the level that I'm at, and at least that. But take 30 minutes, even if it's just go sit in your car where it's
Hmm.
quiet at. If it ain't quiet in your house, or you can't get no quietness in your house, go get in your car, go to a park. I go there's a lake, there's a river that runs through here, and I have gotten in the car, just go sit down there in front of there. I don't have nothing on, but take some time and sit with yourself. And when I tell you it's gonna be so loud because you haven't
Yes,
done it before.
indeed.
When I tell you the quiet, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, the quiet will be so loud. It'll be
Yes,
so loud
indeed.
to you, it'll be so loud to you, just wanna, oh my gosh, you wanna turn something on to drown it out and distract you.
Hmm. Mm.
You'll want to, yeah. You'll want to distract. I mean, you'll want to turn something on to get distracted because the quiet be so loud, and it be because it be all the noise and the things that you experience, that you go through on a daily, that you don't give yourself a break from, and it
Hmm.
be so loud. It be so
Yes,
loud. It's like
indeed.
you almost think you about to go crazy if I don't turn the TV on, if I don't get some music going or something to drown this out.
Right.
But you got to sit there and go through it. You got to sit there and get to till you get to the point, and just do it for a few minutes a day to get yourself to the point where you can sit and you don't hear anything. There's no noise. And now
Right.
you can hear your higher self. You can hear source.
Mhm.
You can hear them. You can hear source. You can hear yourself because it's all source is always talking.
Right.
Always talking to you. You can't hear it. Know why? Because you're doing too much. You're moving around too much.
Mhm. I know I would say um when you're in
Mm-hmm.
silence, like Audrey is saying, you are going within. How you determine what's junk and you need to get rid of it out your spirit is those antagonizing thoughts, and it just won't turn off. That's when you know that's what you need to discard. That's what you need to remove. That's what you need to put on notice. It's those thoughts that come to the frontal lobe of the brain that just won't stop. But just like Audrey say, it be so loud. It's so loud, it's so noisy. But you're sitting there in silence and you're trying to quiet your mind and you can't because you got all this junk coming up. That's the trash that need to be disposed. That's and where it's not coming from your right now conscious, it's coming from your subconscious,
Mm-hmm.
because more than likely it's going to be that's where it's pulling from. It's pulling from your memory bank, which is your subconscious mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to always be like something somebody said. It's going to always be a past event. When you're trying to quiet the mind, it just comes up because the subconscious mind is doing exactly what it was designed to do. It's designed to
Mm-hmm.
hold memory. It's designed to remind you. And your subconscious mind is a recorder. It's recording your life. I'm glad we're talking about this because a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
don't see it that way. But that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
That's exactly
You
what's
ever
happening. So,
Yeah, you ever think like if you sometimes if you know by accident, because I say by accident, you so happen to be sitting down quiet, and then all of a sudden a thought about somebody that you ain't thought about that made you mad, and you start getting mad all over again
hmm,
about what they did.
yeah,
That type of stuff. That's the type of stuff that come up, and instead of transmuting it or letting it ride itself out without responding to it, because we feel like everything that most of the things that pop up in our minds, we have to respond to it, and we don't.
right,
We
right,
don't have to respond to it. We don't have to respond even in the external world. We do not have to respond to everything that is happening because 99.9% of it has nothing to do with you.
yes, indeed,
It don't. It don't. And you got to get there. It took me a long time to get here, and again, like I said, we in this human experience. There are some things that happen in the world externally that get me ruffled up, and I might speak on it for you know for a little bit, but then I immediately discard it because it ain't got nothing to do. I can't do nothing about it. I can't make it go left, right, up, or down, or fix it. So I got to let it go, give it to God, and some things that are happening. It's got to do what it's got to do. Can't nobody
right,
do it. We got to ride it out.
exactly.
You got to ride it out, and learning how to ride it out. by not responding to it. Because I shared with Lisa, we were talking about money. I was talking about money, and I shared with her yesterday about, I had those times that I've had the experience where didn't have all the money for my rent, and I passed out in the floor, snotting, crying, boo-hooing, calling on God, calling on Jesus, calling on my grandmama who on the other side. I'm calling all it, and then when I got through doing all of that, I still didn't have the money. Still didn't have no money.
Yes, indeed.
So what I learned from that is I had to learn that when that happened to me, because it happened again, I was short. It happened again, and now I'm like, oh, okay. I had to remember what to do, because what happens is you have the solution. You got the solution. Going within taught me that I already have the solution to the issue. I don't have problems, they just issues. The solution, I already got the answer. But the reason why I couldn't hear the answer is because I was too busy snotting, crying, laid out on the floor, calling on everybody, calling on everybody but who I needed to be calling on, which was myself. Because I already got the answer. If the money was sitting right over there on the side, it was sitting there the whole time. But I couldn't hear how to get over there to it because I was too busy focusing on what I don't have. It's there. Everything you need, the solution to everything that you have is within. Go in there. Go sit down somewhere and go in there. I promise you. I promise you. Give it a chance if you have it. If you ain't never did it. It's hard to do it. It's hard. It ain't easy to do. I'm not gonna pretend like it is.
Yes,
It's
indeed.
not. But we gotta. But if I want a different result, then I gotta do it. I can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. It just doesn't work like that. Spiritually, mentally, physically, none of that.
Yeah. So multidimensional muse, she said we just need to match the frequency where thoughts goes, energy flows. That is very true. But what I want to say is this. We know these things, right? We know these things. And when you're in a situation, that's not the first thing that comes up when you're having an issue like Audrey say. So what do you do about it? Like, how do you navigate to that point and say, oh, because all these are just teachable moments, right? Going back within, learning thyself. Like when because you are in this flesh, the first thing you're thinking of is, oh, my flesh cannot be homeless. My flesh cannot be hungry. My flesh desires this. My flesh desires that. So it's what I'm saying is this. It's easy for us to say those exact phrases, but you have some, especially people that are just coming into this wisdom and they don't know how to apply some of these phrases that they have seen or heard. What is it, Audrey, what would you say if someone freshly coming into this wisdom, like you said, how you would cry, you would call on all these different deities, but all the time, everything you thought you desired, it was already within. You just had to get quiet. So what would you say, like one of the processes? Because one thing I can say is this: me being a mentor and counseling people and having sessions with people, I have seen people in some dire situations, and one thing that they do not want me to say to them is, where your thoughts are, that's where the energy flows. I can't say that to
Correct.
them on the first session because they're not trying to hear that shit. I'm just being
They won't.
100% honest with you.
Absolutely.
It's an
Yep.
insult to them when we that are seasoned in our journey, right? It's
Yes, ma'am.
They don't want to hear it.
Mm-mm.
They want an
Means not, and it
immediate
means nothing.
answer.
Yeah, it means nothing. It means nothing to them. It doesn't mean anything to them because I don't know. I don't know what the hell you talking about, and
Mm-hmm.
I ain't there yet. So what I do in a case like that, when I'm talking to somebody, I listen to them and I let them talk it out. Now, if it's some real word and if it's a real world need, then I'm going, let's see what resources we can find.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing
That's
I'm
the
gonna do.
first thing.
That's the first thing I'm gonna do. Let's see, and I'll give an example. I have an example of that in my business. Now, I do taxes, but at the same time, I be counseling. I'm gonna tell y'all because people call me all year asking me this, asking me about that, this. I even have a client. She has been she's from my hometown friend now. She's in her awakening phase, so there's something in that. But I'm gonna give you something that just happened a couple of days ago. Well, yesterday, I had a client. She lives in Oklahoma. She called me, and she texted me. She said, "Well, I have student loan. My student loan is in default, and I want to know if what you think about my fiance claiming me and my kids. How would that work out?" And I immediately told her, "Call me." So she called me the next day, and I told her, because I understand she need her refund money. That's what this time of year is all about. People catching up and doing that. And I'm gonna say this to y'all, and I'm gonna say this. This is a disclaimer. This is me being, and I say these things to my clients. Some of them, I don't have them type of clients no more. But if you trying to pay a bill you gonna get again, I mean, that's not, to me. That's not what your refund for. Your refund to me, you don't work. You don't work hard all year. I'm serious. I used to take my kids on vacation. People be wanting their tax money to pay the they don't let the light bill get 2 months behind because of Christmas and all that crap, all that going on like that. But to me, your refund is for fun. That's what I think it's for. Not to pay your light bill that you're gonna get again next month. Not to pay your water bill. Now, if it's something you got to have that's essential that you got behind on, which is all of it is, but you get the point of what I mean. But anyway, so back to the client. So I told her to call me. And instead of, bashing or giving my opinion about, one thing I don't want people to do is allow other people to claim your kids. I got a solution for you. I want you to claim your own kids. I don't want you to let nobody else claim your kids. Because what happened is you get yourself together next year, or you get the stuff straightened out next year, and then you and that person ain't even talking no more, or friends no more, or associating with no more, and then they go behind your back and claim your kids because they don't know what you got going on. So that's one of the reasons why I love being in this business, what I do. So I told her, I said, listen, this is what I need you to do. I gave her the solution to what she needed. I ain't tell her to guess. She wouldn't know, because if I hadn't told her what to do, she would have went somewhere else and allowed him to do that. When what she could have did, what I told her to do was simple. Call them, get your student loan out of deferment. It's only gonna take it's probably gonna take 30 days or less for them to roll it back out their system and put you straight where the IRS won't take your refund. And I said, anyway, you have kids and you won't get your refund until the end of February anyway. That young lady did what I told her to do. She called me back crying. She said, Miss Audrey, thank you. She said, I did all the paperwork. I don't have to They gave me the IDR, so my payments are zero, and all I got to do is and I even did what you told me. Asked the lady how long would it take um, before I could file my taxes. All of that. She did exactly what I told her to do. So, to Lisa's point of what she's saying, when you're counseling and mentoring people on certain topics, if they're coming to you, number one, they trust you. They're trusting you with their personal information. They're trusting you with their life. Some of with Lisa, what she's talking about, they trusting you with their life, because this is real life stuff that people are going through, that people are experiencing. And like she said, they don't want to hear now, well, honey, go over there, sit and go within and hear what the spirit is telling you to do. They don't want to hear that. That ain't finna work for me. And I allowed myself to get in this mess. And these people knocking on my door. I got eviction notices on my door. My kids is acting up. Uh, this man I got ain't helping me. This baby dad, all of that. They don't want to hear about going within. They don't want to hear about sitting quiet. They don't want to hear that. They need solutions, real life solutions. So the first thing I do, to what Lisa asked me, is I listen to what they're saying, and then I'm calculating in my mind what resources that I know of that they can access, and then I tell them, well, where you live at, let's try this, and call me back and let me know what you discover. And in the meantime, I'll be looking for some extra stuff too. And then once that need gets satisfied, then we can go back and talk about how to get yourself in a position to where when that happens, you don't panic, you don't fall out, you don't try to call on everybody, all your dead ancestors and Jesus to come help you. Cause I ain't telling you what I heard on that one. I'm telling you what I know, cause that's what I did. I called on all the dead answers, all the answers. Hey, these people gonna
Right.
put me out. I ain't got no money. Send somebody with some money, please. Just
Right.
not just falling out crying. And when I got through and looked, it was nothing. Nothing.
Right. Because I know
So,
by the time they come, because you're not just doing taxes, they also know that you're spiritual. They know that you work in a spiritual community as well. So by the time people are choosing to set consultations and sessions with us, it's a situation happening.
yeah,
So,
absolutely.
um, what I would suggest, I make sure I don't over spiritualize them.
Absolutely.
I try to I try to feel them out and really see where they are and like what's really happening. I'm always listening for the true underlying issue. Because if a person is choosing to book a session with you, they need some help. So I try not to come off as one of those people. Oh, that session, you gotta go within. We all know we have to do the work. Well, I'm always giving these pointers to where when nothing else is working, just breathe. Just breathe. Just sit with yourself and own all your mess. Right? Just sit there and own it. Own all of it. There's nothing wrong with it. Because we didn't come this way. It took growth. It took us some time. We went through some things to get to where we are. I didn't come out of my mother's womb operating as I am God frequency. I came here with that soul template. I came, but it had to be activated. So, when people are coming, the first thing I'm saying is what is the running program? Because we're talking about the running program. Why are you wired the way you're wired? Why do you choose to do some of the things you choose to do? Why do you think the way you think? And the first thing I want to do is I work with them on their subconscious level because I know that's where the running program is. That's the hidden program. You know, you have some of us that don't know why we do the things we do. We don't know why we think the way we think. We don't know why we love the way we love. We don't know why we hate the way we hate. Because it's a running program that you do not have control of because you're not aware of the program. You're unaware that it's there running your life behind the scenes. So when people when people are choosing to book these sessions, I'm not going in there as this spiritual guru. And I know a lot of them are shocked because many of you have had sessions with me. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hear you out. But I'm already working on the subconscious mind because I know I need to go there first. So I'm not going to tell them, hey, you know, everything you think it's planting seeds. I'll have these conversations with you guys on here because it's true. But in a session, the first thing I'm going to do is, hey, let's talk about this running program. What are some of the thoughts that you're constantly having? Because I need to immediately know what's going on with this running program that you're not even aware that's happening to you, you know? So I'm super excited that we having this conversation because it needs to be had. Because I know a lot of the times, I had a session the other day and one of the ladies was like, oh, this is so different. I can relax. I said, yeah, you can relax. What you thought we was finna be doing in here? You don't have to be on your P's and Q's. We having a session. This is where you show up as your true, authentic self. So that is something simple that Audrey said, and it don't cost you anything. Just if you got to go to the car, sit in silence.
Yeah. I challenge you. I'll challenge you, while you don't really have anything life shattering going on, then now is the time for you to, you know, start some practices that you haven't, start a practice that you haven't been doing. And that is doing that. And I challenge you to go in and do that. And I really want to hear back about how that worked out for you. We're getting ready to come into at the first of next month. The promise is coming back up, and
Mhm.
I am super 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 excited about that happening, that coming up. I've taken that course every time, and it has elevated it's not like it ain't even like the first one, it ain't like the second one. This one, right, the last one. And I already know with what Lisa has shared with me personally, what's about to happen with it the second time with this one. And it's the first version of, but it's elevated because what many of us that were in there, many of us that was in there, uh she if you were in there, she told us that she could really 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 go deep into each one of those light bodies. So don't think, oh, it's just gonna be the same thing. No, it's not gonna be the same thing.
Mm-mm.
She even told us she could do a whole course. She could do a whole course on just one light body, and it's 12 of them. 12 light bodies that we go through. That she goes through with us in the course, and that she can do a course on just she can do a course on just one light body.
Right.
So we just scratched the surface on that. So if you in there, you think, I done already did that. No, you ain't. And even if you did, I promise you, you didn't get everything you needed in that last class, because I know I did not. And let's just be real with yourself. That's one of these investing in yourself type of deal things, while you
Mhm.
don't have anything, anything going on, or such like that. Um, and the number one, and the number one issue is gonna be, and for me, I ain't got no money. Don't tell me that all the struggles, all the things I done went through, and I just told y'all how I snot and cried about it. I was sitting in my office one day, a couple of years ago, and I was, thinking about how I was going thinking about how I was gonna pay for this and what I needed money for this, and I'm just sitting there, and then I ain't got nothing in my bank account to really do nothing with. And you know what source spoke to me? Look up. It's money all around you. You
Mhm.
have your It's money all around you, and I had to stop and like, and that's all of us. That's what all of us. We
Right.
all have. We on the internet right now, and I think I shared this with Lisa, and I know I did with Twaya, because I've been doing my research about, like I said, I'm elevating my business practices and all of that. And I was watching a video on YouTube University about how to grow my follower count on Facebook. Don't nobody want to be over there, but Facebook done made some changes, and you can make a little coin over there. So I was reading. Do y'all know that 3.3 billion people log into Facebook a month?
Mm.
And some of you in here have some books, some products in you. And if 3.3 billion, some of them got some money for you. Some of them got some money for you. And I'm saying that to say, and I said it to Tab yesterday, the world, the people around you might be broke, and you calling yourself broke, but the world ain't broke. And what we got to do is tap in. Tap in. We on this every day. Every day. And Lisa said, that's your algorithm. Every day I get on this app, I see people telling me how to make faceless pages. Every day. Every day. You be sitting on here having lives, sit on here and make money. I tell my little nephews were here this summer, and they sitting here watching YouTube. I said, every time you watch that person right there, you helping them make money, and you just sitting here for hours and doing it. Figure out you something to do so you can be on that screen, so somebody can turn you on to make you some money. We be on here for hours for free. For free. And some of you have the ability and the want, the desire to do something else. Step out. Step out. This is your time. This is your season. This is your time to step out. Don't be scared. I had to tell myself that. I was walking from my house down to my mom's house, and sources spoke to me. You getting ready to do something you thought you couldn't do. That hit me. That hit me. So the biggest thing takeaways from this conversation is, be intentional about everything that you do. Sit with yourself in silence. Do that. It's life changing. It's life changing. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Well, multidimensional music. people don't, I have learned even in, discounts and free, you know, you get low vibrational people. That's not the people you want. Because to me, if you always looking for something free, and if you always looking for a discount, you discount yourself. You discount yourself. You discounting yourself. I said to Lisa, we was talking, Paris and I was making tea. I said, if anybody talk about how much something is, oh, is that how much it cost? Yeah. If y'all heard of Zaxby's, if anybody in here know about Zaxby's, have y'all ever seen Zaxby have a sale on anything at their restaurant? No, the price is the price. The price is the price. You gotta want it. You gotta love you. You gotta love you enough to invest in yourself, even if it's a sacrifice. And a lot of times, for me, I can't speak for Lisa or anybody else, but a lot of times for me, it has been a sacrifice, and the sacrifice was well worth it with the end result that I got. Well worth it.
That's the way this realm is set up.
Mm-hmm.
In order to receive, there has to be a sacrifice. You just don't look at it that way, but I'm telling you, it's that way. In order for you to get a paycheck, you got to sacrifice your time. It sounds creepy, right? Here I go. This is I am God frequency stepping in, but it's the truth. This is 100% facts. That's how this realm operates. Okay, you don't want to call it a sacrifice because it sounds so eerie. Everything is ran through currency, but even when that currency goes out, something is being sacrificed. That's just how it is. So when we're talking about growth and expansion on a spiritual level and on the earthbound level of being here in this realm, in order for you to have a spiritual expansion, what do you have to do? You have to create time for the knowledge. You have to study. You have to meditate. You have to tap in. You have to go within. You have to connect with your ancestors. And what do you do when you're connecting with your ancestors? You have to go with a vibrational offering. It's the same thing. That is a sacrifice. You know, this is extremely important for us as spiritual beings living in this realm to understand and understand that it's about supply and demand. Even in supply and demand, a sacrifice of currency is given. You just don't want to be told that's what it is. In order for you to eat, something has to die. And not even if you're vegan, and in order for you to eat, something has to be plucked. Okay? It's no way around it. So it's the same exact way. That cycle, it's really called the cycle of life. It's the same exact way when you are trying to broaden your territory here in this realm, or you're trying to expand, you're trying to get your finances in order. There's a sacrifice. That's it. It's nowhere around it. So when we're talking like the way Audrey is speaking, like a lot of people be like, oh, we know what Audrey is going to speak on
what she's actually saying, she's been saying it since we've known her. What she's actually saying, it is an energetic sacrifice that has to be made. I always say the proper exchange of energy. That's just how it go. A lot of us are stuck because we don't want an energetic exchange. We don't want to do that give and take. We don't want to have any type of exchange. We want to just receive only. And that's not how this realm operates. It's just not. And now I don't want to say that because I don't want to speak against what the work I've done, because it'll open up your eyes even more. It'll actually help you with more wisdom. Let me see how I can phrase this where it's done properly. A lot of us recite these affirmations, these mantras, but you're in violation because you haven't had the proper exchange and you wonder why it don't work. And I'm not even speaking on monetary. It could be the words that you speak into another being. A lot of us don't want to have that proper exchange of energy. And I'm just going to be 100% honest with you guys. We're in 2026 now. All of those old things that you used to do in 2025 thinking that it's going to work, just forget about it, because those old ideologies will not operate in 2026, because we are literally in a new realm of frequency and timeline. So you have to catch up energetically. This is all energetically that I'm speaking. I'm speaking about frequency, about the frequency that you choose to carry. It has to be, from moving forward, it has to be a proper exchange of energy. It has to be, or else you'll be tethered to that old timeline thinking that all these things is going to work for you. Even with spell breakers, this is why I pull balance into this side of how can I say it? This side of my journey, when I created Spellbreakers, I've always known there was not a proper balance, a proper exchange of energy on this side, because frequency has never been involved. And I've done my research for years before I decided to move forward with Spellbreakers. And the first thing Divine said, make sure that the exchange is going to be proper, because let me tell you something. When you tap into working, a lot of people talk about candle magic. You can call it what you want to. It's not candle magic. Let me just say that magic is magic, okay? When we're in a realm where it's spellbound. I'm gonna say that. And a lot of us, we try all of these different um things. I don't even know, I can't even say modalities. We try all of these different things to make something pop, make something work for us in this realm. But what happens is there's an imbalance and there's not a proper exchange of energy. So what you are doing, you're asking the universe, I'm gonna use this candle, and because you're still working with the universe, you're still working with energy. I'm gonna use this candle, and in return, I want you to give me $1,000,000. But have you given your time? Have you given that same in exchange with your time? Like, understanding what you're doing, knowing, are you giving that proper exchange of energy back? Are your thoughts in alignment with it? Because candle magic don't replace the thoughts that you carry. If y'all understand that, put a 1 in the chat for me. This is why I'm always bringing in a vibrational offering that is of value, because I want the universe to understand that when it's time for my desires to be met, I've already created a energy currency, a stream of my own energy, that I've put enough goodwill out there to, if I light a flame, the exchange is going to be proper, because I'm making an energetic exchange with everyone I come in contact with. Some of you guys are not even attempting, but you're thinking that the candle magic is going to bring you every single thing. So our tribe, our soul tribe, the ones that's been with us for a while, they know now how to do a proper exchange of energy. I don't care if it's a rose that you send me on a live. What you're saying to the universe is that I'm willing to create a proper exchange of energy. Therefore, anything that I am God frequency is attached to, and she's bringing a vibrational offering, if I have the proper exchange of energy, I am now connected to that same stream of energy that she's connected to. So when I light that flame, guess what's going to happen? That same energy is going to signal back to the universe that you are in agreement, because you've had a proper exchange of energy and you now have that balance. So when you light that flame, everything that's mine belongs to me. So when you start singing the mantras, guess what? If you're really in that vibration, because you've sent those signals out to the universe that I've made a sacrifice for this exchange of energy to be returned back to me in great measure. And one thing about the universe, it don't come back in 100-fold. It comes back in 1,000 amplification. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. We don't do 100-fold, 7 times 7 over here on the timeline we on. We do 1,000 amplification, because we know. We know what we know. So this is when, you hear Audrey talking about that, when she's talking about the promise, the amount of energy and time and hours and years that I had to go within to pull that wisdom and that information. Do you know how, it's not information, forgive me, divine. You know how many hours, months, and years I've had to deny myself to store that wisdom so I can give it back as a vibrational offering. And when I'm giving it back as a vibrational offering, and it's a proper exchange of energy, it's life changing. It's life changing for the person that's receiving that wisdom, because now you're in the same stream, you're in that promise stream. You now know what that really means. That's a whole separate stream. Like, I only work in streams. Like, the open roads is great, but I want to go beyond that. The quantum leaps is great, but I want to quantum leap within my own stream, because it's my own energy that I've sacrificed my time, my will, to be able to obtain from divine, from the creator, from the most high. I don't care what you call it. For them to show up on my behalf to say, hey, she can hold this. She has expanded enough to hold this light, and we can trust her with it. So let's give her more streams.
I hope y'all getting this. I hope y'all getting it. Sorry for interrupting you. But when I tell you I am feeling everything you saying within my being, because I am in that stream like that. And I'm grateful for you explaining it to us like this, so we can embody this word, because I'm telling you, I feel this. Y'all better pay attention to what you're saying. Y'all not in here by accident hearing this. Get it. It's for you. This is a word for you to get it. to what. So whatever you got going on right now, whatever situation, circumstance, or whatever you want to call it, you got going on right now, she giving you the sauce to change it.